Hi, welcome to the Character Install podcast powered by A Football Journey. I am your host, Darrickware. Today we're talking about work ethic. Hey, and to me, this is one of my favorites. Here's the quote. It says, "Big jobs usually go to the men who prove their ability to outgrow small ones." Oh, so often, kids especially, get upset if they don't start in the front of the line. They sit there and say, they come and they say, "Coach, I want to play football. Am I going to be on varsity?" No, not your first year. Oh, well, then I don't want to play. Then never mind. Their whole point was, hey, if I don't start in the very front of the line, I'm not going to get in line. And that is a terrible mentality to have. Put the work in, fall in love with the work, and let everything else fall where it does. And so this is total truth. Big jobs go to people who put in a large amount of work, who've outgrown the small jobs. To illustrate this, there's a great story. This was in SI magazine. It talks about Tom Brady. Rodney Harrison, who was a safety for the Patriots, is telling this story, and he says, I came into workouts at 6:40 a.m. one day, and Tom Brady was in there, and he just said to me, he said, "Hey, good afternoon." And so Rodney Harrison's like, "All right, well, I guess I got to come earlier." And so he comes earlier the next day, 6:30, and the same comment. And then finally he's showing up at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and Tom Brady's giving him the same thing. "Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon." Just Tom Brady's just saying, "Hey, I've been here working. I've already been doing all this. Nice of you to join me." And it just kind of illustrates Tom Brady's work ethic. Here's another example. This is talking about Kobe Bryant. And Carlos Boozer says this. He says, "You know what it was for me? It is how hard he works. We saw his dedication to the game. He would come in to the gym, lift weights, get shots up, all this before practice. Go through the whole practice, and that was his routine every day. He's not great by accident, is my point. He puts the work in." That's what Carlos Boozer said. And I mean, nothing can be more true than that. He puts the work in. He puts in the practice before practice. If you go to the Football Journey website and you go to the OT videos, the overtime videos, there's a great video there of Steph Curry. And he said, someone's talking about Steph Curry and how he did the same thing. He would show up before practice, get shots up, lift weights, do all the work before practice, and then start practice. He just had an incredible work ethic. And now I'm going to segue into one of the saddest things that you'll ever see, and I'm sure all of us coaches have seen it, is this idea that sometimes kids, as a defense mechanism, instead of trying their best and possibly failing, they never give full effort. And that way, if they fail, they can turn around and say, "Oh yeah, but I wasn't even trying." And that, to me, is a travesty. If I'm playing you in a game of basketball, just by us stepping on the court together, we are making an agreement. I'm going to try my hardest. You're going to try your hardest. And anything less than that dishonors the game. If you're going to a football game and you're not trying your hardest, you are dishonoring the game. And you're not fooling anybody. That is your defense mechanism is, I'm not going to try, and that way no one will ever know what I can really do. Well, you'll never know what you can really do, and you're cheating yourself. So instead, put the work in. Pour your heart and soul into it. And if you fail by giving your all, by being dedicated and putting the work in, if you still fail, that is so much better than not trying and succeeding. If you not try and succeed, you never know. If you not try and fail, you never know who you are. If you give it your all, you know who you become, and you can go to lay your head on the bed that night and feel satisfied that you put the work in. And more often than anything else, I just know, hey, when you put the work in, incredible things happen. I think that if I see these kids and I think, man, if you knew what would happen if you put the work in, it would blow your mind. You would blow a fuse. I just and every year I see kids who maybe don't start out on top, but they put that work in. They have that work ethic, and all of a sudden you watch these kids grow into something really special. There's this kid that I coached named Marcus Jones, and we were sitting at the district track meet his senior year, and I'm looking at him, and he had just got done having an incredible performance in the 100. And I said, "Hey, Marcus, do you remember your freshman year running track?" And he goes, "Yeah, coach, y'all put me in the 100 every meet, and every meet I got last." And I go, "Yeah, and now you are one of the best in our district, in our area, in the 100-meter dash." And it just goes to show that when you put the work in, and by the way, that kid Marcus Jones went on, and now he went on and walked on at Baylor, and he had a great catch in the spring game, and he's doing big things. And with his work ethic, I'm not surprised. He's got the best GPA on the team at Baylor. Just incredible kid. The whole thing, his whole story is incredible. But it is just a testament to dedication and work ethic. When you put the work in, incredible things happen. All right. Well, this has been another installment of Character Install. I'm your host, Derrick Ware. This podcast is powered by A Football Journey. And if you have more questions, you can go to www.afootballjourney.com. Thank you.